Happy New Year, Scorpio. Welcome to your Runescope for 2014. Instead of the January scopes, I'm taking a look at all of 2014 for you guys. For the first 6 months, I'm using the major arcana of the tarot. And then we'll take a look for the second half with the runes, as usual. As always, be sure to watch the video for your rising sign. That can give you some more information about some of the themes that may also be playing out for you in 2014. Or you can schedule a private consultation with me. I do those on Skype, and it's $65 for a half-hour session. Just drop me a line at the email address below this video if you would like to set something up, and we can get you scheduled for that. The new year can be a very good time to do that. Because we're all, we make resolutions and we're usually a little more hopeful, a lot of us, at the start of a new year. So this is a general look, but a personal reading can give you a private look at your specific issues and things that you'll be dealing with. And I have my Thorpez dispenser here to lend us his energy. Hopefully help with the proceedings. So let's get into this, Scorpio. January to June, I feel like your focus will be on turning things around because either you or someone else made a bad decision. This could just be, if it's not you, it could be somebody that just made a bad decision and now you're trying to pick up the pieces, make the best of a situation that you had no control over if it was someone else that made the decision. Some of you may be reevaluating, those of you who are married, or maybe if you've been in a relationship for a long time, some of you may be reevaluating that relationship. Are you with the person you really want to be with? And this could be if you've just been dating someone for a while. Is this person really for you? Do you want to marry this person? Some of you may just be working on your marriage. I mean, you may be trying, maybe you've been together a long time. You're trying to reconnect or turn this ship around. Maybe lately you've been very judgmental of each other. Maybe you feel that your mate's been overly critical or judgmental of you. And you're trying to kind of turn over a new leaf or, just make the relationship more positive. For those of you who have been hiding things from your mate, some of you may be doing that double life thing where you're one person when you're with your mate and you're another person when you're with someone else. For those of you who are, cheating. For those of you who this was done to, if you suspect something in 2013, 2014 may be the time that it comes out, that you find out that somebody has not been telling you what's been going on. And this doesn't have to be cheating. I mean, this could be just something someone was keeping from you, somebody that you're interested in a romantic sense, information that you didn't have, that things maybe come together. Things make sense after you have this information. And I feel like you knew what was going on all along, Scorpio, because you're very intuitive and you get feelings about people and situations and things that may be going on. You know when somebody's not telling you the truth. So I feel like this, for a lot of you, this will be stuff that you already kind of knew. And it's just a confirmation when someone tells you what's really been going on, what they've been maybe hiding from you. And again, it doesn't have to be like a cheating scenario. This could just be someone that you care about, but maybe you're not together. And, they just have been keeping things from you because they didn't want you to worry, or they didn't want you to be emotional or get angry about something. So maybe, more was spent on Christmas than you knew. I mean, it can be that kind of thing. Something is, well, I won't say small because sometimes that can be very large depending on the amount that was spent. But you know what I mean? It can be something less dramatic than someone cheating on you. But whatever this is, I feel is going to come out in 2014, the first half of 2014. And help you're going to receive in the first half of the year. If there's a legal case going on that you were on the losing end of, or something that, you know, if you have any kind of court case or whatever, if there is something pending, it could be that this is settled. It could be it comes to a conclusion very quickly in the first half of 2014. You may not agree with the decision, a lot of you, but at least it will be over. And, you know, a lot of you, I feel like, will be kind of at that point with something. Yeah, you'll just be done with it. You'll just be over that and glad that it's ended, even if it doesn't, maybe it's not the decision that you thought. Others of you may be dealing with father or a father figure who is not using his wisdom. Or maybe your father's acting differently. It could, for some of you, this could be a health reason, that maybe something's just off. So encourage, if that's the case, encourage your dad to get checked out. You know, and so we can, because I think somebody will be able to help him and let you know what's going on and figure out the remedy. Others of you, maybe your dad's just going through a midlife crisis. Or maybe you're going through a midlife crisis, some of you. And but I feel like if this is you, somebody's going to say, hey, act your age, come on. You don't need that sports car, and why are you dating 20-year-olds? I mean, you know, if it's not your dad that's doing that, maybe it's you. And somebody's going to be like, what is up with this change? It happened so quickly. You know, you would be acting uncharacteristically, Scorpio, or someone in your life maybe. And again, I've got sort of an older male energy, if it's not you. What can't be changed about January to June is that you're going to be hopeful despite circumstances around you kind of feeling chaotic. You may not feel like you are, as far as yourself, as intuitive as you normally are. But for other people, I mean, it's still going to be right on. But for you, you may be unsure what direction to take. And for a lot of you, I feel like this has to do with relationship. Again, going back to, are you with the person you're supposed to be with? If somebody's not fulfilling their end of the bargain, should you stay with this person? Should you continue trying to, or waiting on this person in some cases? Because I feel like there's not much you can do to kind of turn this situation around. I mean, you may feel that you have done everything that you can. A lot of you will still feel hopeful, though, that maybe some outside source will come in and turn this around. So I think by June, anyway, you're not going to be quite ready to let go of whatever situation this is, relationship-wise. But you will need to make a decision at some point this year and in the summertime. So if you don't make it by June, I think you're going to need to make it within the next 3 months from then. Who are you going to be with? Whose goals are in line with yours? Well, I think that's a big deal. Maybe the partner you're with, you started out going a certain direction and now you've kind of veered off and you have different objectives and different goals. I think once you realize this and make this decision, you see it as it's a little scary because it's a risk to leave a relationship or a marriage if you've been in a situation for a long time. There's a fear of being alone for a lot of you Scorpios. You can do it, but you don't, it's not your ideal. However, a lot of you, I think, in June are going to realize even that is going to be better than being miserable, because I feel like some of you just feel trapped and like you can't get out of a situation that is no longer conducive. It's no longer feeding you. It's no longer inspiring you. I'm sorry, my cats have been hyper all night. I don't know if they're on coke or what happened. I didn't have any in the house. I don't know where they got it. But let's move on to the second half of the year, Scorpio. Let's see if we can see how that pans out for you. Sorry, I needed a little beverage there. All this talking. The second half of the year, you're going to feel, for those of you who are delaying leaving, you may meet somebody that causes you to leave a former relationship. If you're single, it could be that somebody new comes into your life and, you know, establish a partnership with this person. But your focus the second half of the year is going to be on, finding out what's hidden and happiness. I mean, you're going to come to the conclusion that it's time for you to be happy in some way, and you're going to start cutting away those things that don't make you happy. And if this has to do with a partner, if a partner's not making you happy, if a relationship is only dragging you down, I think you're going to cut that off. You're going to leave that relationship. Or if you're waiting on someone or have been waiting on someone, you're going to cut that off. If they don't, you know, take steps to reconcile or help you fix this, you're going to let that go. And a lot of you, I think somebody new may come in because you kind of maybe need someone when you leave this relationship. You may need somebody to be there for you. Also, you may need a reason. Again, going back to the fear of being alone. Maybe you're the kind of person you have to have somebody waiting or know that somebody's going to be around the corner before you will leave. Just be sure that you're being as honest as you can with the person in your life and, you know, the former love and the new love. Because, you know, anytime you're dishonest, you're only asking for trouble, because that will come back and bite you in the rear. So be as honest as you can. If you've been unfaithful, if you haven't been honest, now's the time for all of this to come out. You're going to have a lot of help available to you. And I feel like it'll be friends, close friends, this new person that comes in. For any big shift that you're making the second half of 2014. Some of you will be launching or working on a business. It could be that you have a business already, but you're going to be taking it in a new direction. And I feel like this idea may come from a friend, someone you trust, someone you kind of hang out with socially, but who you know is being honest with you, or who has your best interest at heart and always has good advice. Yeah, it's an idea you hadn't thought of. For some of you, this may come from this new love interest that comes into your life. An idea of a career path, or a business idea, or a new way to get your business out there. So maybe a new way of advertising, a new way of marketing. And it's going to be it's going to have a very positive effect very quickly. So definitely take this person's advice. And I feel like they can even recommend maybe somebody that can help you out if this isn't your forte and you need some more information. They'll be able to direct you to the right person. What you have to accept from July through December of 2014 is that you're going to be more focused on people rather than finances and money. But I mean, finances are going to be all right. Like, you're not going to have anything to worry about. There may be a few deals that fall through, but I see some very lucrative partners coming in that are going to quickly take the place of that. Or if you leave a job or lose a job, I see another opportunity coming in very quickly to take the place of that financially, so that you will be okay. You know, I think that maybe if those of you who started a business recently and maybe didn't take off the way that you thought it was going to, again, going back to this, there's just a new way, something you need to tweak about your advertising, your marketing, the way you're getting the word out about where you work or your company and what you do. That just needs a little bit of fine tuning. And once you do that, you're going to notice a big difference. Second half of the year would be a good time for job change for you Scorpios who are looking to get out. Not that there won't be opportunities in the first half, but it looks like in the second half of the year, there's going to be more out there in your field and more stuff that you're interested in, career-wise, that's, you know, fits your skills. And that would be more willing to pay you what you're worth. By the end of the year, Scorpio, I think it's, you know, it's going to be a year of, you know, some big disruptions. That's what I'm seeing. Some situations where you may feel like, oh God, I don't have control over this. But just remember, anytime you're going down a road you've already been down, or if maybe something feels familiar and it's, oh God, I've already done this. Why does this happen to me every time? If you find yourself saying that, why does this happen to me every time? Let that be the last time that you go down that road. You know, if it's, again, if you've been waiting on someone and they never come through, if you've been staying in a relationship that you know is not conducive to your happiness, that it's never going to make you happy, it's never going to be, you know, your soul connection. And if maybe you have let people go who were soul connections because you were in this relationship, you know, that happens sometimes, unfortunately. You marry one person, but then you meet somebody that you have that past life connection with, and maybe you don't have that with the person that you married. Or as strong of a connection, maybe. But, you know, just make a resolute decision not to repeat mistakes or not repeat lessons that you've already learned, because I feel like that, you know, if you don't change the way you're handling a certain situation in 2014, Scorpio, you're just kind of setting yourself up for more disappointment in that area. So, and for a lot of you, I feel like this is relationships. I think you've got business under control in 2014. I don't think it's going to be your primary concern. And because it's not your primary concern, I don't feel like you're going to have a huge amount of trouble maintaining your status financially. The end of 2014, I feel like that though there will be a new person in your life. So if you're vacillating, if you still haven't made the decision by the end of the year of whether you're going to leave a former relationship to go to a new one, you know, you may stand the risk of losing this person, this new person. Or if maybe if this new person wants a commitment and you're not sure, if you're single, you know, or we're single until you met this person and they want more of a commitment and you're not sure, you're scared, whatever. If you put it off too long, you may lose this person. So emotionally, Scorpio, in 2014, it's a time to take risks and do things differently. But that's what I'm seeing for 2014. I'm not sure what's going on with them now. I better go look, but yeah, emotionally, Scorpio, it's a year of risks. It's a year to take risks, to be happy. Feed your soul in 2014. So I will see you again. I'll be back in February with the monthly Runescopes. Until then, I hope you have had a great holiday and enjoy the new year. Thanks, Scorpio.